Go ahead, engineer. Start it.
All right, you got 30 seconds starting now.
What's up, everybody? Hey, everybody on YouTube, all the eZWay fam out there. I'm Eric eZWay, your host for Easy Talk Live on Voice America, World Talk Radio, Ezwaytv, and iLaunch Global. So we got a great show today, so stay tuned. About to get live and direct on Voice America.
Why can't I hear you?
About to go on air.
Here we go.
Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff and management.
It's time to get the weekend party started. This is Easy Talk Live, featuring your host, Eric eZWay. This is the place to be if you're all about promotion, celebrities, and social media. We'll hook it all up for you with fun, facts, and fascinating talk. Now, here's your host and the main man, Eric eZWay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Easy Talk Live. I'm your host, Eric eZWay, with my beautiful co-host, Dr. Dante Sears, which we don't seem to be able to see today, but that's okay. She'll pop in when she can. So we got a great show for you guys today. Really great guest. This guest has worked with Steven Spielberg and has worked on Jaws and has worked on many of the movies, of the Clint Eastwood movies, and he's a pretty big director, and so we're gonna learn all about the tips and tricks in the movie world from James Fargo. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And then we also have Jimmy Shondi, who's gonna come on and talk to us about music and some of the tips and tricks on how you can make the music world happen, make some money in music. And shout outs to I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen for those of you guys that are watching on YouTube Live and eZWaytv Live. Shout outs to those of you guys that have supported me on the magazine myauthenticlifemagazine.com. I'm the cover of this May's issue, and let's go ahead and mute Miss whatever that noise is there. Yeah, go ahead and mute yourself there, Dante, because we can hear you, can't see you, but it's all good. And so what you were looking at right now, guys, is My Authentic Life magazine. I definitely recommend you subscribe to this magazine. It's a very creative magazine, a lot of business owners, and I'm proud to be the cover of the May issue, 2018 May issue, My Authentic Life magazine. Go subscribe and share and support me on that one. And those of you guys that already have supported me, I really appreciate you for doing that. So myauthenticlife.com. And also I encourage you guys to check out the new and improved iLaunch eZWay.com, iLaunchEZWay.com, which is the new eZWay and iLaunch networks. We have about 4 networks in iLaunch eZWay, and Ezwaytv, She TV, and My Holyfield TV, and Foods of the World. And so a lot of our shows are on there, and a lot of what we're building up to, and we have a lot of different deals that we're talking to, and commercials and companies, and it's just really exciting. Also encourage you to go to eZWayNetwork.com, and get your points, because those of you guys out there that are building your business, building your brand, if you're wanting to be a speaker, whatever it is you're building, we do offer you free marketing via the points that you accumulate on eZWayNetwork.com. Click on points, create an account, and then just watch as the magic happens. We also have the Grace Women's Conference coming up. The Grace Women's Conference at the Business Expo Center. Shout outs to Monica. She'll be coming on here a little later on. And the Grace Women's Conference is all about God, all about Jesus, all about bringing those to God and Jesus if they're having a tough time, if they're lost hope and they feel lost, families and women. It's for faith-based women. So gracewomensconference.com. I'm going to be a producer on that, and I'm really excited about that. And we also have a couple really amazing people we're going to be honoring, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The Grace Women's Conference. Now this broadcast is brought to you by Tyler's Coffee. Tyler'sCoffee.com, which is acid-free and very, very healthy. It's organic coffee, doctor recommended. Organic coffee, doctor recommended. World's first acid-free coffee. Tyler's Coffee is an amazing coffee. We cannot start our day without Tyler's Coffee. I'll tell you that much. eZWayPay.com, guys. Make sure you check out eZWayPay.com. eZWayPay is a way for you to get cost-effective marketing and give back to nonprofit. And really, it's kind of like our in-house currency. So check out eZWayPay.com. Got a lot of great things happening with that. So we appreciate our sponsors, Safe Solutions Now. As you see, I'm wearing the shirt, Tyler's Coffee and NLP. We also have human growth hormones. That's another one of our sponsors, HGH. If you want to know more about that, you want to get your aging and make it to look like you don't age and get more youthful. No shots, no pills, just a little bit of cream rubbed on your arm, and that's pretty much all you need. It's HGH, human growth hormones. We're working with that one as well, and all the companies that support us, man. Thank you to Advantage Video Systems, our partner for all the live broadcasts and production uses that we do, and iLaunch Global, of course, and ultimately Voice America World Talk Radio. If you want a radio show, this is the best place to go. It's the pioneer of radio. Lots of different radio shows, lots of different categories. We're making some big things happen with Voice America and the Influencers Channel. Proud to be a partner in the Influencers Channel with Voice America. You can check out our TV channel, eZWaytv, on voiceamerica.tv, and our TV channel on eZWay.tv. So definitely go subscribe, guys. Stay tuned because we got a lot of great stuff. It's going to be a great show. And I'm going to go find out where the hell Dante is. I don't know. She just, I don't know. When we come back, well, let's hope we got Dante. Dr. Dante Sears, my co-host. And it goes figure. You figure, like, she's been saying, oh, I'm not on the flyer. I'm not on the flyer. And then I put her on the flyer, and we it's me and her. It's co-host. You're equal, Dante. It's whatever. And then she's not on the show. I don't know what's going on, but we'll have some fun when we come back, guys, after this message, and we'll be here with James Fargo, the movie extraordinaire. I mean, he's a really big director. Started out, I mean, his story is amazing. He started out with Paramount Pictures. So let's find out about his story after we get back from these messages. We'll be right back.
All clear.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find out what's going on with Dante.
I'm here. I'm trying to get my camera working.
What's wrong with your camera? Why isn't it working?
Oh, there's some. Well, I don't want to say it over Facebook Live.
Well, we're not Facebook Live. We're YouTube Live.
Oh, YouTube Live. I'm working on it though. There's just a lighting problem or something.
Oh, that's why you're just not perfect. See, Dr. Dante Sears always has to be
No, there's a lighting problem. I'm glitching. I'm kind of like green screen, grainy glitch.
So am I. You can see the glitch, but just get on. Don't be so perfect. You always gotta be so perfect. Okay, so we're gonna bring on James Fargo here.
Perfection is perfected.
Well, at least we have a voice. All right, James. So we are still live on YouTube. We're gonna go ahead and push this out to our Easy Talk Live. That's when we'll get all our awesome viewers. Go ahead and take yourself off mute so we can hear you, brother. And I do have a beautiful co-host, and she'll pop in sometime. I'm looking forward to introducing you to her.
I heard this was a radio show.
Nope, it's a radio TV show. Nice try.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, there. Now we hear you. Perfect. All right. So we'll be coming back probably about a minute or two. We are live with the great East.
Is that James Fargo?
Yes. Hey,
Hello,
Doctor,
James.
how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm a big fan of your work.
Oh, thank you. I need to do more.
Especially Jaws, that gave me nightmares for a while.
Well, I'm definitely a big fan of Jaws, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's just like you, Eric.
I'm looking forward to well, I love seeing people get eaten. I just make believe that they're haters. I'm just kidding.
Good idea, but no.
Here we go.
All right, well, Dante, I don't know. Yeah, if I was you, I'd pop back in. We're about to get in. I mean, you don't have to be perfect, but perfect.
I'm going to do it Hollywood style.
Easy Talk Live. To get in touch with the show, call us now at 1-866-472-5788. That's 1-866-472-5788. Also, drop Easy an email at easytalklive@gmail.com. Now, back to Easy Talk Live.
Hey, you're listening to Easy Talk Live for all you entertainment fanatic fans out there. Brought to you by ProductionSanDiego.com. It's time for entertainment and more.
All right, guys, we're back in Entertainment and More, Easy Talk Live, and this is brought to you by, as you guys can see, Tyler's Coffee, because we never start a day without Tyler's Coffee. TylersCoffee.com. Acid-free and one of the most healthy coffees that you can get. You get promo code eZWay. Use the promo code eZWay, get a discount. And if you get the Tyler's Coffee, let me know. We'll hook you up with some awesome marketing and all that fun stuff. And so we got Dr. Dante Sears' voice. All right, I think her voice is there if she wants to pop in every now and then. She's gonna be the TMZ voice for today's show. We just can't see her today for some reason, but it's all good because we got James Fargo. We got James Fargo, man. I'm looking forward to this interview. You guys see him on here. James Fargo has had a very interesting career, and he's got an amazing story. So if you guys don't know who James Fargo is, let me tell you a little bit about who James Fargo is and who we have on today's show. Prior to becoming a writer, director, Mr. Fargo worked in production. He started in 1968 at Paramount Studios as an assistant director trainee. This was through an apprenticeship. Where's my co-host? Apprenticeship. Apprenticeship. No, I was just seeing if my co-host was actually doing her job. James, trust me, I'm a professional. I got this. No way. Apprenticeship program established by the Motion Picture Producers Association. After a 2-year apprenticeship, Mr. Fargo became a member of the Directors Guild of America as a second assistant director in 1972. Dang, James, you old. Okay. During his training period, he was privileged to work with such directors as George Seaton, Robert Wise, Bob Fosse. Is it Fosse? Bob Fosse?
Yeah, Bob Fosse.
Yeah, Bob Fosse and Boris Siegel. Mr. Fargo rose quickly to become the first assistant director because he worked in both television and featured film production, and he was again able to work with many top directors. Like, ready for this one, guys? Like Henry Hathaway, okay, Steven Spielberg, John Sturges, the Clint Eastwood films. I mean, it goes on and on. So climbing to the next, piece of his ladder, climbing up the ladder, Mr. Fargo became a production manager at Universal Studios, and he worked on 2 productions with Steven Spielberg's Jaws and Sidney's Furies, Lombard and Gable. Then came the call from Clint Eastwood to join him at Warner Brothers as an associate producer on the production of The Outlaw Josie Wallace. It was after the compilations of the project that Mr. Eastwood made Mr. Fargo and director of The Enforcer in 1976. It was then the same year that Mr. Fargo was made a member of the Academy of the Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. From the 1997 and 2002, Mr. Fargo was in England working on Fairborn Films Ltd., developing and writing several projects. He also worked as a creative consultant on several other projects. And I mean, you guys get the idea. His resume literally is a book, and I don't feel like reading the book right now. So we're going to go ahead and bring him in. Hey, we got Dr. Dante Sears too, doing the Hollywood thing with her sunglasses. I love it. Hey, James, welcome to the show, Easy Talk Live.
Yay.
Well, thank you for having me. Am I on?
You're on, yeah. You're on directly. You got our audience. You're on Voice America World Talk Radio with myself and Dr. Dante Sears, and you got an impressive resume there, man. Are you tired?
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to doing a couple of other projects.
Like what?
Well, I've got one. The temporary title on it is called Blue Mob. It's based on a true story that took place in New York back in the 60s. 3 cops became robbers, and they held up several armored cars, and eventually one of the largest robberies that ever happened, they robbed Aqueduct, the racetrack in New York, and it was the largest haul of any robbery at that time in, last 10 years. The thing is, the money was never found. The guys were never indicted. They were never caught. And the thing is, they were actually forced into it through another cop.
No surprise there, huh?
So James, if you don't mind, I want to get right into your story. What is your your deep story. Like what drew you down the direction of film and movies and stars in Hollywood?
Well, when I graduated from college, University of Washington, I graduated with a degree in communications, basically radio and television, broadcast news. So I put out applications all over the 11 Western states and didn't get any bites. So my ex-wife and I, she's now my ex-wife, we moved to Los Angeles, to Pasadena actually, because her grandfather had just died. And so her grandmother wanted us to come down and stay with her. So we went down and stayed with her. Her grandmother turned out to be a bit wealthy, which was kind of good for me. Anyway, so I started pounding pavement. And
bad for you.
Oh yeah.
Some funding to a newbie director, producer, that's like heaven. You know,
well, when I came down here, I didn't know anything. I had no idea what to do. So I just started pounding pavement trying to look for a job. And when I walked onto the Fox lot and the guy told me about the assistant director's training program, I tried out, took the exam along with 1,500 other people, and was chosen.
Awesome. That's amazing.
There were actually 5 out of the 1,500 that were chosen.
Out of 1,500?
Yeah.
Wow. That's exceptional. You had double luck at that time, huh?
I guess so.
Not a good thing about her aunt passing away, of course, but taking care of you guys so that you could, you know, move on. And then, you know, how did you do that? How did you manifest this great luck in your life?
I don't know. I think I used it all.
Make a wish or anything?
A lot of
I notice when I make a wish, sometimes it just pops into the atmosphere.
I was going to say a lot of wishing wells and shooting stars.
Oh, you bet. Awesome.
Something. Or you prayed for it or something. I mean, I know that's how I ended up here.
Well, yeah, there were lots of prayers, you know, because, you know, in the beginning, the first year, it looked pretty bleak. I couldn't get anything. It took a year of pounding the pavement before I got into the assistant director's training program.
So James, I mean, you know, there's a lot of our listeners and our viewers that are in the entertainment industry, and a lot of them are filmmakers, and I'm sure you can share with us a lot of what you've learned along the way, in what goes into making a film, what goes into making money with a film. You know, I mean, like what is your strategy? And let's say you're putting a film together. I mean, are you a filmmaker, or are you mainly more of a writer, or like what's your forte in the film industry?
I'm a filmmaker.
You're a filmmaker. Okay, good. So that's what I want to know.
Concept and take it into fruition.
Yeah, I take it from, you know, if somebody else has written the script, I usually take the script and go through it and make changes and play with it to adjust it to my way of thinking.
Oh, nice. You innovate someone else's work.
My philosophy is, if I like what I see, and I think the audience is going to like it.
Perfect. So then what do you do? And let's just talk to the you know filmmakers for dummies. I'm not calling you guys dummies, but let's pretend that there's a book there. You know, so what do you do? What's the first steps and making a successful film?
Well, the first step is to get the script right. You can't do anything without a good script. Mm-hmm. And then casting, and you try to cast to the story. Now I know everybody wants to have A-list actors and all of that business, and you can do that, but you've got to get the right actors to play the right parts. I've got a big project that I'm working on. Hopefully will be funded soon.
Are you looking, because I don't know if you know, James, but we deal with a lot of like people that do film financing and there are money people. So if you are looking for financing for a film, that you might want to use the show and talk to our people and you know, you never know.
You understand, Eric, I'm a filmmaker. Mm-hmm. I'm always looking for money.
Is that how it works? Okay. Well, we're working with Kevin Sorbo right now, helping him with a couple of our films. What type of film is this?
It's called Under the Shadow.
Uh-huh.
It's the story of the Flying Tigers, which you're too young to know who they were. Flying Tigers fought in World War II.
Oh, I was thinking about like a Bruce Lee type thing. It sounded like
no, this is a World War II. It actually, they arrived in China to fight the Japanese prior to World War II, prior to Pearl Harbor.
So it's like a period piece.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It actually takes place from 1936 to 1942. And the Japanese attacked China in 1936. Franklin Roosevelt sent he was then a captain, Claire Chennault, who was a pilot and fighter pilot, to China to train Chinese pilots to fight the Japanese.
2 Chinese pilots fight the Japanese.
Yeah.
Doing the movie trailer thing on you.
Well, so far, that didn't work.
Oh.
So Chennault organized a group called the American Volunteer Group. It was around 1,500 people that he took to China to set up an air force to fight the Japanese. He had 100 pilots. And he had 100 airplanes. They dropped one of the airplanes overboard as they were unloading them. So we ended up with only 99 planes. And those 99 planes fought the Japanese to a standstill.
Wow.
Those 99 pilots had more kills than any air unit today. They practically wiped out the Japanese Air Force.
My dad would love this show. I wish that he was listening or watching. He's on a vacation right now, but this is a total baby.
They made it a story of the Flying Tigers with John Wayne a long time ago, and it really didn't tell the story.
Do you like doing period pieces? Is that kind of your thing, or is it just
no?
This?
Not really. It's just that I like this particular period piece because it's a historical thing that should be told. Nobody knows
kind of
about
like
it
300
anymore.
In a way, like the small army defeated this very large army.
Yeah. I mean,
the David and Goliath.
They saved China. There's a monument to them in Kunming, China, and a big museum. And the monuments to the Flying Tigers, and they were all American pilots. There were no Chinese pilots in there. There were Chinese ground workers, mechanics, cooks, and that sort of thing. I mean, they had a full-on encampment. They had a hospital, a church, dentistry, everything.
So what is the what is the centerpiece of the story? You know how what was it?
The centerpiece is how the Flying Tigers were formed. There's also a fictitious story in the middle of it.
Yeah, like is there a love story? You know how every story has something to kind of tie in the women audience too, you know, because you're talking about history and it sounds very interesting, but you know, the woman in me is like, don't hear about any women.
Okay, this one, this love story combination, brother-sister thing is
brother-sister.
Wow. Yeah, well, there were 3 children who entered this orphanage. Well, the brother and sister were born into the orphanage. Their mother ran it.
Oh.
Then this other guy, Mel, is he's helping a Japanese family to get out of China. Well, they're killed, and he rescues the baby, takes him to the orphanage. And then there's a love story between him and
Jay, you know, I want to get into these awesome projects that you've done. You know, Jaws and the Clint Eastwood.
Okay, Jaws.
I'm thinking everywhere. Donna. Welcome to my worst nightmares. That was the first horror movie I saw, and then Freddy Krueger, and that was it for me.
So
I did a picture with Stephen called Duel.
Duel?
Yeah, it's basically.
Did you say Doom?
Duel.
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 Hmm.
And it was originally shot as a movie of the week.
That's awesome.
And it was basically the story of a truck driver who you never see in this big old rusty tanker truck chasing a guy in a car. Well, Stephen directed it. It became his big movie. It was then released as a feature because it did so well on TV. He shot it.
Oh, congratulations. That's amazing. To say you have
after that,
Spielberg?
That's
fantastic.
When we were doing that movie, he told me he wanted to make the scariest horror movie ever made.
Something real.
And that was Duel.
Oh, Duel. So Duel is a scary
Jaws.
movie?
No, that was Jaws.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to make Jaws. And I was just lucky enough to become the production manager on Jaws.
Wow.
Fantastic.
So how did you
What
meet?
are the keys to your success? Like, how did you network with all these big people? Like, you got this lucky break. Sorry, Eric, were you going to say something?
Ladies first. We're on air, Dante. Go ahead.
Well, you had this lucky break, you know, and then you end up in this great situation where you're working on, you know, in one of the biggest studios, so that you're really getting the good, you know, professional experience. Do you think that catapulted you in the end towards all of the other bigger stuff because you kind of worked with the biggest, so you had an idea of how things work on set? Or did you have luck with relationships, or, you know, how did you make that connection from one job to the next?
Well, it wasn't hard because when I was on the set working with these big directors,
Mm-hmm.
I was watching everything they did.
Mm-hmm. Can you just get a little closer
like
to your
going
microphone?
to school.
Trying to turn. Can you scoot a little closer to your microphone?
Is that better?
Yes, you have such a great story, but I can barely hear you.
I wanted to say the same thing, but he looks so comfortable.
I can't hear him.
I'm sorry.
That's so much better.
Okay. No, the transition to directing wasn't that hard because, as I say, I worked with all these great directors. And my mentors were Clint Eastwood and Steven Spielberg.
Mm.
You can't get much better than that.
Pretty good mentors to have. Mine were
sphere of influence. That's what it is.
Mine were the co-founder of Entertainment Television and John Motter with Warner Brothers. We got something in common. You did the Warner Brothers thing too, and I met John Motter. But go ahead, tell us.
I'm working with a guy right now who is he was one of the executives at Warner Brothers for a while. He's now a production manager.
Yeah, John Motter used to be with Warner Brothers. I think he was the VP. Now he's with Stan Lee and the whole Marvel comic stuff. I'm jealous, man.
Right.
I want to hang with him. I can't get a hold of him.
Marvel?
Well, Marvel is the big deal right now.
Yeah, it's huge. So you had Jaws and what about Clint Eastwood? I mean, I know there's a lot of.
Okay, I started off with Clint. John Sturges, who was a great director. He did The Great Escape with Steve McQueen. I don't know if you know that movie or not.
I know who Steve McQueen is.
Well, if you ever see The Great Escape, if you haven't, find it and watch it. It's one of the best movies ever made. Anyway, John Sturges directed that. And then he was getting ready to do a movie with Clint called Joe Kidd. And his first assistant fell ill. So the studio, Universal, told me to go up and meet this guy, John Sturges, and see if he'll take you on as first. Well, he apparently did, because the first thing he said to me is I want you to go up to wardrobe and pick out all the clothes for the bad guys. Well, it's a Western. So I went up and picked out a whole bunch of stuff that most Easterners would wear. And he loved it. So I did this show as his first. Well, Clint Eastwood was the star, and he picked me up and took me in as his first on what was it called? having a senior moment here.
Hey, senior moment.
Anyway,
Boomers.
speaking of senior moment, hey, Boomers Boost is a great product. No, we'll go into.
Gotta check out Boomers Boost.
This is an interesting story. I'm like intrigued in it. I mean, Clint Eastwood is about one of the biggest legends. Steven Spielberg is one of the biggest legends. I mean, you've worked with all the legends, and you're following in those footsteps, and you're in 2018 now. This is like, I mean, if I was a filmmaker, I'd be like drooling right now. I plan to be.
Marco is a legend all of his own too, by association and by his work. That's the cool thing about it. You know, you surround yourself with great people, and look where you became.
Yeah, I've had some bad luck too.
Like what?
Well, I went to England because this producer in England said, "You've got to get over here right now. I've got a project. It's funded. We're ready to go." The project was called The Wide Blue Road, which was the story of Scottish knights, Vikings, and children. And it ended in a huge battle at Largs in Scotland. And it was based on true facts and fiction.
Mm-hmm.
I rewrote the script. It was a good script. I actually worked with the writer of the book, and we got along great. She loved what we did. Unfortunately, I was lied to. There was no money.
Welcome to the industry.
Yeah, exactly. But I was in England. And
it's kind of worse.
Oh, I've got another project. It's ready to go. Blah, blah, we're good. And so we did this 3 times. I ended up spending almost 3 years in England.
Wow.
When I came back home, nobody knew my name. So I had to restart.
Wow. That's daunting. Well, what did you do to restart from that? I think a lot of people can.
Well, I did a couple of low budget movies and did some music videos and that sort of thing. Got back on my feet. And now I've got a couple of big projects just about to be funded.
That's good. What can you say what these projects are? Or
well, one of them is Under the Shadow, the Flying Tiger movie.
Okay.
That's a $72 million movie. And I've got another one, this Blue Mob that I told you about the cops in New York. That's about to be funded as well. That's going to be around 20 million. And that's where I stand right now. I've got those 2, plus I'm working with a producer on another project called Rogue Agent, which is based on a series of books. And all told, when they do all 3 movies, it's going to run about 120, 150 million.
Do you have any on-set stories, James? Like, you know,
on-set stories? Yeah, a few. A few hundred.
Well, share 1 or 2 of them with us if you don't mind. Forget the others.
All right, the one I'll share with you is the tragic one. We were doing the Eiger Sanction. I don't know if you remember that movie or not. The Eiger Sanction took Clint to the Eiger Mountain, which today is considered the 2nd most dangerous mountain in the world.
Wow.
We were getting ready to, before we started shooting, they talked to a professional climber. His name was Dougal Haston. And Dougal made 3 ascents of the Eiger, making the only winter ascent of the Eiger in which his partner froze to death on the mountain.
Oh, wow.
So we're getting ready to do this, and they went to Dougal to be their expert on the mountain and to guide them. And when they told him what they wanted to do, Bob Daly, who was the producer, told me, he said, Dougal's face turned absolutely white. And he said, "Are you out of your mind?"
Well, yeah.
And they said, "No, that's what he says. You can't do that. He said, this mountain will kill you. So, but they went ahead and did it anyway. I took one scouting trip with him. We went up, there's a train that runs all the way through the Eiger Mountain and up to a place called the Jungfrau. But that's, anyway, the train stopped at the middle of the tunnel. And you get out and you go through this little passageway, and there's a big steel door.
Mm-hmm.
They opened the door. I had a bunch of professional climbers. They opened the door. All you could see was blue sky.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
They stepped out and disappeared, did their thing. I stepped out on this ledge, which was about that wide.
Wow, dangerous.
And the first bounce was 5,000 feet.
Uh-oh.
Well, I got to tell you something. I puckered everything, grabbing rockets. So we skittered around, went up, and scouted that out.
What about what not to do, James? What can you share with our audience or listening, viewing audience?
Well, I'm telling you about one of the scenes that we shot.
Besides walking a ledge that's small.
Yeah. Okay. We started shooting. First day of shooting. We're working on the west ridge of the Eiger. The only way you get down there is by helicopter, and the helicopter has to lower you down on a cable.
Mm-hmm.
So there was Clint and two other actors, stunt cameraman and a stunt sound man. Both were climbers. Another cameraman and myself. And my camera position looked across the face of this cliff. And Clint and the actors rappelled down to this little ledge, and they played this scene on the ledge.
You mean like Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Clint and the two actors were on this little ledge. The ledge was probably about 5 foot. Again, the first bounce off that ledge was probably close to 4,000 feet. We finished shooting. Everything was done. They did a couple of shots of some fake rock falling. They're going up the rope to climb back up onto the ledge so that we can get helicoptered out of there. Wow. I get a call on the radio that there was an accident. A rock fell and hit one of the stuntmen right between the eyes.
Mm.
That would hurt. Right between the eyes. It was not in the eye. That was lucky.
Killed him instantly.
Oh. Not.
Okay, let's twist this show up a little bit. I'm gonna have some fun now. James, you're a director, you're a filmmaker, you're someone that a lot of people are probably watching right now and listening and going, oh my God, I'd love to meet this guy. I'd love to have the opportunity to be a star, be in one of his films. Well, we have a star on the show with us right now. We have Dr. Dante Sears. She's already doing the Hollywood thing. She's already wearing the sunglasses. If you were to create a role for Dr. Dante Sears, just kind of off the freestyle, off the top of your head, what would you create for something like her personality and what you've seen so far?
Oh, thank you, Eric.
Of course, Dante, no problem.
Girlfriend?
You never even seen my eyes, so how would you know, right? There we go.
See, that was my secret way of getting the sunglasses off.
Well, I figured we're doing movies and music, so might as well wear my Hollywood shades on a Saturday.
No, but I'd love to know, James, like if you were to cast her in a role, like let's just kind of make up a movie here and just her off of her look.
For her to do that, first of all, I'd want to know her abilities.
Okay.
But offhand, I would cast her as a girlfriend, possibly a romantic comedy.
Ooh, rom-com, that sounds fun.
Yeah. I'd cast you as a New York girl.
Oh.
Can you do a New York accent?
I'm a little Puerto Rican,
That's good. But you have an urban look to you.
Uh-oh.
No, I mean, a big city girl.
I can see you as a big city girl.
I'm
yeah,
like
I wouldn't cast you as a farm girl or anything like that.
Oh no, not a farm girl.
I always see her as like when I look at
suburban girl, actually.
when I look at her look, I see her as like a Beverly Hills kind of like you know, Paris Hilton type of like shopper, you know, but at the same time having the urban. No, the urban is there, but like an urban Beverly Hills, you know.
Yeah.
Suburban.
kind of like a Malibu's Most Wanted, but female.
From the boo, yo.
Well, how about Dante? Let's do an audition.
What about Eric? What would you do? What would you cast Eric as? I think he would have been the perfect B-Rad from Malibu's Most Wanted.
No, Eric is more.
Watch it, James. You're on my show. I got the power. I'm just kidding.
I'd cast you as a musician.
Ah, that's good. I actually am a musician. I rap, I produce. Why a musician?
I don't know. You just have that look about you. Maybe it's the beard.
Do I have a beard? I thought you had a beard.
Yeah, you both.
That's the beard. This is Peach Fuzz.
Yeah, that's true. He's got a man beard.
Oh, by the way, James, you know, one of our sponsors, one of our clients actually has one of the like top of the line beard companies that actually like, you know, shapes up your beard and has the oil and cleans it up and makes
like the little.
Yeah, I'll introduce you to them. They're amazing. They're great. They're not paying me, so they're not paying me yet, so I'm not going to say their name, but they're awesome. Okay. But this is fun. So James, do you ever offer any opportunities? Do you ever offer any, like, I mean, I could totally see like a shadowing program. You know what I mean? With everything that you've done, everybody you've worked with and stuff, do you ever offer any programs for people that want to be filmmakers, that want to be at your level, to where they can kind of shadow you for a day or anything like that on set or stuff?
I have, yes.
Have you?
In the past.
Would you be interested in doing something like that on the show?
I also work through the academy. I'm doing a whole thing on screenplays written by high school students.
Oh, cool.
And that's awesome. Eventually somebody will win a prize of some kind, but I'll read probably 20 screenplays written by students, and I'll critique them and send them back.
Well, we'll definitely have to talk about that, because we actually are working on a school program. You know, it's an academy. We're actually kind of building an academy with one of our clients. And we want to help a lot of the youth and get them to major influencers like yourself. And I mean, the youth is our generation. That's the next step. So, you know, we're kind of doing mentor programs and different things like that. We have a 40-foot tour bus where we're going to be going to schools and different communities. And I could totally see James chilling with us on the bus and, you know, rapping with me and trying to tell me that I'm a good rapper in films, and him coming out. But, you know, like, it's going to be cool when you have all these big influencers and you're coming out of the bus and you're going into communities. You know, and you have these experts that are willing to help. And then the bus actually lights up and it changes colors to the music, and it's really cool. It's called SafeSolutionsNow.com. That's one of our sponsors. So I'd love to talk to you about that if you're into the youth and supporting the youth and the schools and the kids and stuff. And what about you?
Brand yourself too. You know, you said that, you know, they forgot about your name a little bit. You know, working with the youth and having those young people know you as a director is just really powerful, because, you know, like my younger brothers and sisters are like, is Michael Jackson that white guy? I heard he used to be black, you know? And I'm like, what? And they're like, what's that thing that used to be before CDs? And I'm like, cassettes. And they're like, yeah.
What are cassettes? Do those exist anymore?
So, you know, that's the best way to brand yourself, and also to, you know, lend your skills and your knowledge and your experience to the younger generation. I think that's really awesome. I had some really great mentors growing up myself.
How are you doing with technology, James? I see you as a big technology buff. Like you're probably like doing holograms and okay. He's like, technology?
I'm not doing holograms.
Right now.
I do utilize as much technology as possible.
Do you really? Oh,
yeah.
I mean, you're kind of a baby boomer to me, so I wouldn't think that you're playing with the technology game. What are you doing in technology?
Well, other than computers and
Alexa, no.
And well, the equipment that I use when I shoot, it's all the latest digital and things like drones and some of the newer cranes and that sort of thing that are the best.
What about in marketing and fundraising and making things happen with your projects?
Well, I'm always open to anything that comes along. I'll look at anything.
Well, I have some
funding is concerned, especially.
I have some things for you, so we'll talk off air. They got to pay for this information. So the next time we'll do a pay-per-view show with James, and we'll get into some fun stuff that I play with, some toys. But so
James, can I ask? Or are you already on a roll, Eric?
I've been on a roll, Dante, and as much as I love you, I'm not going to let you interrupt this time because I got to go into iLaunch Global. Maureen, that's how we met. You were just at the iLaunch Global. iLaunch eZWay event, and that's where we met. What do you think of your experience on that? That was one of the first launches with what iLaunch and eZWay is doing, and OKTV and everybody. What was your experience at that event?
It was okay. It needed a little more coordination.
I agree with you 100%. Oh yeah.
But other than that, it was fine. You had the right idea. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But the turnout, the people, the venue was awesome. The red carpet. What do you think of the red carpet?
Not quite what I expected.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, see, I love how James is trying to be nice.
He's trying to be nice, and he's seen the best. So hey, we thought that was a great red carpet, and he's like, nah.
Okay, what you need to do with your first of all, you got to get more reporters there. More real news people. You got to get some hardcore news people into this. Mm-hmm. I did a red carpet. When Clint or Warner Brothers released the box set of Dirty Harrys, mm-hmm. They had a big red carpet event at the DGA, mm-hmm. and they had probably everybody was there, and you'd walk down a line and you'd be interviewed by 4 or 5 different big news companies, CBS, NBC, ABC. They were all there.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, James, that we came into this thing about a week before the event, and we were pretty new to it. It wasn't our event. We were supporting the event.
Right. I understand that.
iLaunch event, but as a whole, and by the way, anybody that's watching, wait until you see the next iLaunch eZWay event. That's all I'm going to say. We did an event that had over 200 news cameras. We did an event for Red Cross. It was a red carpet.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you need for a red carpet.
You're gonna have to come to one of those when we do those bigger events. But
nowadays, every event has a red carpet. So I mean, not every event, but a lot of events do. So they're.
Well, if you're going to do a red carpet, you need to have it big enough to be a red carpet.
Yeah.
In other words, yeah. The event didn't need a red carpet, really.
Interesting.
Because the venue itself was the important thing. Let's face it, who did the interviews? They were people who were attached to the event. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't interviewed by a real reporter. I was interviewed by somebody who worked for the event.
Mm-hmm. Got you. So that means you did an interview with Ezwaytv. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd rather have been interviewed by you.
Next time, well, that's why you're on the show now. We're making up for it, right? But so James, that's actually some.
What's your favorite genre of film to make?
I was right in the middle of a conversation. I was right in the middle of finish. I was just about to give you the microphone back.
But I was waiting to ask, so just.
You got 5 more minutes. We got 5 more minutes with James.
Just talking, he could have answered by now.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question. I forgot my question anyways. Go ahead, Dante. It's all you.
The new Dante's here. James, what's your favorite genre to work in? What's your favorite kind of film to make?
Action comedies.
See, like this show, right?
Action comedies, yeah.
Action
comedies.
Action comedies. Yeah. That's such a fun genre.
Yeah.
Well, it is a fun genre. It's great. It's great to do.
I love those. Like the first one I saw like that was The Mummy, and I was like, "They're being funny in the middle of action." It was so like what? And then you got used to it. It was pretty cool.
One of my favorite movies.
You see Every Which Way But Loose.
You don't expect that. Every Which Way But Loose, no.
You never expect Clint Eastwood to be in a comedy.
No, right. It's something
We
unexpected.
talked about that a lot before we started shooting. He and I did.
Mm.
So you've got to kind of like, you know, give it a little twist to keep the audience, you know, dialed into the story.
Yeah.
I like that.
And obviously the comedic parts of it, the best way to do comedy is to surprise your audience.
Mm.
So James, we got about
helpful.
about 3 more minutes left to the show, and I have a little challenge for you if you don't mind. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm a social media guy. I'm an internet guy, and you're a guru in creative films and creating content. So my challenge for you is to create. We're going to create together, or you do it on your own, and we'll just broadcast and put it out there. But we need to create some sort of little webisode. We need to create some sort of thing. We need to do like a social media search, find some people, cast, kind of create a little fun project, you know, that gives back. But it's also, like you said, a comedy action, maybe, you know, like a reality show or whatever. But we should create like a little fun project and let the audience that's watching right now be a part of it as we're doing it. What do you think?
Okay.
Cool. You accept?
Yeah, let's try it.
I love it. Well, there it is, guys. So stay tuned. That'll be pretty fun. We got a guru of the guru in filmmaking, and you got the man with promotion, and you got the beautiful Dr. Dante Sears wearing her sunglasses or not, or you know the New York girlfriend. You know, she'll be the New York girlfriend on the project. So James, you've been a great guest. You've been awesome. Any way we can support you? Any causes that you support? Anything that us and our eZWay family can do for you before we let you go?
Well, I'm a big supporter of the youth.
Awesome.
Youth projects.
Okay.
Underprivileged kids. That's my thing.
I love it. Okay.
Try to help underprivileged kids.
You might want to stick around for a guest if I can get her on. She has a benefit coming up, and she'll be more towards the end of the show. Her name's Kathleen, but she has a benefit concert with Vanilla Ice and Digital Underground, and
cool.
it's all about
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, and the project is actually called. I'm looking it up right here. The project that they do is actually called BabySoSpecial.com. So it's all about the kids like you were talking about. I mean, you might want to stick around, meet her, and maybe show your support or something. But we're eZWay Cares. We're very nonprofit oriented and give back oriented, and so let's talk more about that for sure. And you guys definitely got to tune in and see what we do with James Fargo, and again, he has some great projects. So if any of my finance type people or distribution people or whoever, if you want to get in contact with James, hit us up at Easy Talk Live on Facebook or subscribe to eZWayNetwork.com. And James, you've been
next project is
he's already said his
project.
He's already said his projects like 5 times. Do you have some project you haven't told us yet?
Oh, that might have been when I had sound problems. We're good. I just wanted to make sure that you put it out there.
Oh, well, I'll shut up then. That was a good move and a bad move on my part. James, go ahead and tell your project one more time.
Well, I've got a couple of them right now that I'm very interested in. Blue Mob, which is a temporary title, and Under the Shadow. And I've got another project that could or could not go right away, which is called The Roadrunner, which is a action comedy. Actually, it's a chase comedy.
I actually do a perfect impression of a Roadrunner. See?
Do you remember Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is kind of like that.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Wow.
So,
guys, so dial towards the guys. That means I'll be
we're
watching
looking for distribution on Roadrunner.
Well, iLaunch eZWay. We are somewhat of a distribution situation, 600 million or so, and 164 countries and every TV station known to man, cable, satellite, antenna. We definitely talk about that. And I know a lot of people with the theaters and the screens and stuff. So we're gonna have some fun together, James. I'm glad this was the first chance to kind of get to know each other. And what do you think of your eZWay experience? Maybe the event wasn't 100%, but what about your eZWay experience?
This is good. I like this.
Oh, cool. All right.
Cool. Yeah.
We got to invite you to.
We got
to invite you to also be on Baby Boomers Live. That's our other eZWay show with Eric's dad.
Oh, without a doubt, we're gonna
love to meet you.
The baby boomer fan base.
References. He's a movie buff.
the baby boomer fan base that we have on Radio Boomers Live with Retha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers. If you remember that kind of punk show for baby boomers, and my dad being a veteran and Knights of Columbus, those two do host a show together. Purely baby boomers. You are going to be the ultimate guest on that. So we're going to definitely set that up. That'll be on iLaunch eZWay pretty soon. That'll be on TV. Right now it's on radio. But this has been great, guys. And so this is James Fargo, and you're welcome to stay with us, James, if you want. We got some other great guests coming up. We have a lot of fun. But I know you're really busy, and I know that you're very high in demand. But if you're still with us, that'll be awesome. And thank you so much for coming on the show, man. Shout outs to you and for taking your time to get to know the audience and showing that you're not too important. I hate when celebrities do it.
Nobody's that important.
Great meeting you, James.
A lot of them think that they are. Trust me. All right, guys, this is Easy Talk Live. I'm Eric Zuley with Dr. Dante Sears on Voice America, World Talk Radio, iLaunch, eZWay.com. Check it out. Brought to you by Tyler's Coffee. Make sure you do not start your day without Tyler's Coffee. All right, we'll be right back, guys. And when we come back, we'll have Jimmy Shandy coming on the music portion of the show. So Easy Talk Live. Keep doing it eZWay. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
All right.
Okay, am I gone?
It's up to you. If you want to stay, you're welcome to. If not, you can.
Unfortunately, I've got a budget to do.
Oh, okay.
By Monday.
Cool. All right. So next time, man, we'll follow up on what I was talking about with creating that project and stuff. And I think that'll get real big. I think that I have some good ideas. We'll talk off air. I think we'll have fun. All right. Cool.
All right. Thank you. Call.
Thanks, James. Talk to you later.
Right. Bye.
All right. So, guys, you're watching Easy Talk Live here live on Facebook. And that's what, we just had James Fargo, which obviously he's a guru in the filmmaking. So a great person to get to know, great person to learn from, and stay tuned for that project we were just talking about. In fact, I'm gonna wait until we get back on air and talk about that project. So let's see, we're going to go ahead and bring on, Monica Gray. We're going to bring on Monica. So coming up next is Monica with the Grace Women's Conference. She's going to tell you about that event real quick. And then we have Jimmy Shandy, who is very savvy in music. So make sure you're sharing. And if you want to know about music, and make sure you're putting this out there, get your points, your eZWay points on marketing. And, this has been a great show. And it's so much better when Dante doesn't have her sunglasses on. She's actually visual and she's interrupting me on my show and we're fighting back and forth. It's just so much of a better show.
You said you wanted to be the star and I should stop interrupting you. So
I never said that. You were putting words in my mouth.
Shine time.
I have never said that I want to be the star. I could care less about being a star anymore. That was a long time ago. I want to make everybody else the star now, like you.
All right. Well, I'll shine.
I hope you guys are enjoying the show, guys.
Your microphone tipped in there, Eric. Yes.
I didn't hear what you said.
Easy way now.
You're tuned in to Easy Talk Live. To get in touch with the show, call us now at 1-866-472-5788. That's 1-866-472-5788. Also, drop Easy an email at easytalklive@gmail.com. Now, back to Easy Talk Live.
All right, guys, we're back. Easy Talk Live. We're coming up to our second segment, which is the music portion of the show. That was a real fun show, real inspirational. And stay tuned for that project that we're going to be doing with James Fargo. James Fargo doing it the easy way. We're going to create a little webisode, little thing, and that's going to be a lot of fun. You guys get to be a part of it as we create it. So you guys, remember I keep saying that we are interacting our fans with the celebrities, with the influencers. You can't get better than that. We're going to do like a whole, webisode, and you guys are going to be a part of producing it. That's going to be incredible. So coming up, we have Monica, which is the founder of the Grace Women's Conference. She's going to tell us about the Grace Women's Conference. Go ahead and unmute yourself there, Monica, so we can hear you. The beautiful Monica that you see at the bottom of the screen there. Let me tell you how we met Monica. Speaking Empire. You got to definitely check out Speaking Empire. And I was on stage. And Monica was the one that I was mentoring. I was consulting. I was coaching. I was kind of helping her on the event side of things. And she had some great questions, great event. And when she said Grace Women's Conference, I fell in love. I was like, God, Jesus, I'm in. Let's go. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce Monica Garcia Robinson, the founder of the Grace Women's Conference.
Hey, Monica.
Hi, Dante. Hi.
Get closer to the microphone, Monica. We want to hear you.
Okay.
Way closer to your microphone.
Where's your microphone at? Just lean forward. Or oh no, it's on your shoulder. Oh, there it is.
Uh-oh.
Is it? Talk loud. Yell. I don't know.
Get it closer to your mouth. See, mine, it's like Jaws. It's like Dunna.
There we go. Now we can hear you. There we go. All right. Because remember, this is on radio. So if we can't hear you, then there's no point. So we got to make sure. So guys, this is Monica Garcia Robinson, the founder of the Grace Women's Conference. Tell us about the Grace Women's Conference, Monica.
She's doing tech now.
Okay, is this better?
Much better. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
She does have a voice. She does have a voice, guys. So Monica, tell us
first of all, I just want to say, Eric and Dante, you're hilarious.
Oh, good. Well, then I'm glad that we are, doing our job, because that's kind of
what are we, clowns?
No, I think you both need to have comments to be able to, people to be able to say comments and type in comments while you're talking.
Oh, we do. It's on YouTube. They can chat, and you can also go to eZWay.tv. You can chat. It's very live and interactive, and believe me, we get the comments afterward.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
So as you're talking, Monica, you are being shown Grace Women's Conference website.
Wow, you are awesome. Oh my goodness.
So go and let us know.
Yes,
I'm looking at you live, and the kitty cat in the background too.
Oh, is that? He always wants to be right by me, Dante. Isn't that funny?
Told you, he's your guardian angel. So tell us.
I tell you, he literally is. But Grace Women's Conference came about. My goodness, it's been speed. I basically lost my job last October 26th, and God was saying, Monica, it's now time to build the website for Grace Women's Conference. Call the women that you've met over the last 15 years, and the ones that have those stories, the heartbroken, the heartfelt, the unbelievable stories that they've went through. But through those stories, through their journey, they found God, and God was able to not only take them through the stories as well as me, but also teach us how to be everything that we're called to be, and to renew, revive, and restore us to everything that we were created to be. So Grace Women's Conference came about by God introducing me over 10 to 12 years to women that have went through some massive, massive things, and how they are just totally transformed because of God in their life. So.
Well, bless you for doing that. And I think you have a beautiful boy in the background. Is that your kid in the background there?
Oh, that's my son. That's when they were little.
Want to point out the family. So tell us about this event coming up. Monica.
So yes. Oh my good. So then I meet Eric at Speaking Empire. So Dave Van Hoos, thank you for that. Eric, thank you for that. I was chosen by Dave Van Hoos to be the one that got to speak with Eric. So I stood up, and during that event was talking about Grace Women's Conference, and Eric was giving me pointers, and it all happened so fast. I was able to ask questions of Eric, and to me, Eric is a go-getter. He's an entrepreneur on fire. So is Dante. So you guys are tremendous people for me to get to know. Thank you, God. And literally after we talked, Eric, probably 15 to 20 people ran up to me afterwards and were giving me their cards and saying, Monica, we got to talk. Monica, we got to talk. Monica, we got to talk. Monica, I want to get involved in Grace. I want to get involved in Grace. And my next weekend was when it launched. So April 14th is the weekend it launched in Denver. And it was fantastic. And what I'm seeing is that women and men want to hear real and authentic stories of life. And if they share those real, authentic stories of life and how they got through with God, various things, and I'm talking suicide, depression, bipolar, sexual abuse, sex trafficking, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, all the things that hurt us, that maybe there are choices, or maybe things that have other people have made choices that hurt us as well. So I brought together women, and it went fantastic in Denver. So now we're launching it in LA. As you saw from the speakers on gracewomensconference.com, the speakers change based on a city. I'll keep a few of our speakers consistent to every city. I'll keep our worship team, double portion worship, Tay and Trey Neely, consistent, and then choose other women in each city based on the stories I hear from other women. And that's how LA happened. It was talking to Eric, talking to Dante. Then I would talk to this woman, and she would pass me to another woman and pass me to another woman. And literally in 2 weeks, that website list of speakers was built. Eric, I would need to thank you tremendously. Dante, I need to thank you tremendously. And I just need to thank God for leading this, because it is going to be it is led by him, and it is going to be led by him on that day, on Friday night, on Saturday, August 10th and 11th at the Business Expo Center. And I can tell you this, you will feel the presence of God if you've never had before. You will hear the stories, the heartfelt pain that people have went through, but with God, they had make it through anything. That you can make it through anything too.
With God,
so
you can do
it's going to be empowered. Yeah.
Well,
you're going to be empowered. You're going to be empowered.
Thank you, and thank you, Monica, for giving us the opportunity to support you on this. So it's an amazing event coming up, guys, on August 10th and 11th. Mark your calendars. As you can see, go to gracewomensconference.com. And then the Grace Awards. I mean, the Grace Awards is huge. And, you can get your tickets right here. As you see, just go down and you get your $150 ticket for 2 days, or $250 for VIP, or $1,500 booth, vendor, red carpet, the whole shebang. And so on the awards side, so the Grace Awards is pretty big. And I was scrolling down, I saw that Siobhan, which is Vince Vaughn's mother, Siobhan Shenetics, Women on TV, she's your honoree. Wow.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So she is a beautiful woman of God. She's a beautiful woman of grace. And grace means two things: not only God's grace on you and helping you to be everything you are supposed to be. Siobhan is everything she was called to be. She's doing so many different things, but she's on fire for God. She's on fire for life. And she's also graceful. She's full of grace. She's beautiful. She's feminine. She's outstanding as far as her look. And she stands tall. And she's just a beautiful, feminine woman of God. And that's where we do Grace Award. And that'll be done at every city. And then we'll bring them together at the year end, all on one stage, where they can speak about being a woman of grace.
Tyler's Coffee is going to be involved, and everybody's going to get the healthy, non-acid coffee. Were you drinking on Tyler's Coffee?
Yes, non-acidic coffee, organic coffee, correct?
No
Tyler's
acid.
Coffee.
Oh, yes, it's so gentle on your stomach. By the way, we talked to Tyler yesterday, and Eric asked him some questions, which I'm glad he did, and we found out that you're supposed to use alkaline water with the coffee. So I actually cleaned out my whole coffee machine with alkaline water in.
Very good.
So amazing, and such a difference. Yeah. But by the way,
very good that you. That's a very good point. Alkaline water.
You mentioned Siobhan. She's the epitome of grace.
I know.
When I met her, I was like, I just want to stop this interview, because I was being interviewed with her. I'm like, I just want to interview you. How do you look like that at your age? And
yes,
she's just amazing. She's a dancer.
And we talked about that, Dante, yesterday.
And guys, remember to use the promo code eZWay or eZWay2 for 20% discount if you go to Tyler's Coffee, get your coffee. You see they're in Walmart. They're hit them at the store. That's Tyler right there.
Hi, Tyler.
So I'm gonna keep you in here, Monica, but I'm gonna also bring in our amazing guest, because we're kind of over our time here. But I want to continue.
You got it. Thank you for the time.
I'm hoping we can get him to come to the event as well. So we're going to go ahead and bring in, without further ado, Jimmy Shandy, who's probably going to, he's on mute. Unmute yourself, Jimmy. You're the sound guy. You're the music guy, man.
Music guy. Look at that.
Supposed to have this right. There we go. What's up, Jimmy? Welcome to the show, Easy Talk Live.
Thank you. Just finishing my Tyler's Coffee.
All right. Love it.
In your Batman mug. You got an awesome story on the Batman thing, man. Tell us about the Batman thing, because the Batman mug set it off.
I've been collecting Batman since I was a kid. And
obviously.
You remember when Batman and Robin came out?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a flop?
Yes.
We don't remember that.
It was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anyways, it was a flop. So Warner Brothers had an auction, and I got the original Michael Keaton costume out of the auction.
There it is. So
you know that Eric, that actually you're on the same show that Burt Ward was on, who was the original Robin, right?
I love Burt Ward. I met him years ago.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Burt Ward and his wife are good friends of mine, and But
Awesome.
so Jimmy, I want, before we let Monica go, I wanted to introduce you to Monica. She's one of our clients and an amazing, amazing woman. She was there at the event that you came and we met at the Grace Women's Conference. So we're hoping we can get you to come as a red carpet guest and support the event. And Monica, Jimmy, Monica.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Monica. How you doing?
I am doing good. I like your background. I like the photos in your background because I like Batman too. Superman, etc.
This is my recording studio. I call it the Bat Lounge.
I love it. I was Batwoman for one Halloween. I was Batwoman head to toe, leather all the way.
Love it. We should do that, Eric. Batman and Batwoman. Or
yes.
Or is that Batwoman, right?
Dante, you have the body for it, so yes. Let's do it.
Actually, now that I'm drinking Tyler's coffee, hello.
Exactly. And I know
smooth and acid free.
Yes, acid free.
Look what everybody knows, Eric. Good job.
Hey, that's what we do, man. We brand stuff. So, and I noticed Batgirl and Batman is actually behind you there, Jimmy.
I love it.
It's perfect, you know. And who was the one that played Batgirl in the movie? It was Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah,
Alicia Silverstone. Yeah.
Oh. Have you ever worked with like the soundtrack for Batman or?
No, but I'd like to interject something.
Please do.
I'm working on my first cartoon, full animation, called The Justice Lounge.
Oh, really? Wow.
I love it.
Now,
I want to be one of the voices.
I want to be one of the characters.
So it's a cross between the Rat Pack of the 60s and the Justice League.
And the Justice League, yeah.
So you've got Sammy Man.
I hope that idea is protected because you know how many big people watch my show, right?
Oh my God, it's protected. And I got instead of Green Lantern, I got Dean Lantern. That's Dean Martin.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
And then instead of Batman, Chairman, which is the Frank Sinatra character.
Which one can I be?
You would be the villain. Ready? The Finagler.
The Finagler.
Well, you really know Eric.
Shut up, Nava. But
no, what would I be then?
Oh my God! You ready? I got
the instigator.
Feline Fatale.
Feline
Fatale. Exactly. I love it. So Jimmy,
the Feline Fatale?
Yeah, that'd be you.
All right.
Oh wait, what about me before I go? What about me before I go? What would I be?
I'll make one for you tonight.
You're custom, Monica. I love it.
I love it. All right. Have an awesome day. I'll watch it on my YouTube now.
Awesome. All right, Monica, thank you so much.
A small percentage of our merchandising. Hopefully you give us a better deal than what they tried to give me, 2.5% on the dollar.
So Jimmy, tell us your story, man, because your bio, you didn't have enough information, and I've heard that you're pretty big in music.
I wouldn't say that. I've been doing music since I was a kid. In the 80s, I was in the glam band Christine, which was pretty cool.
Jimmy, can you come closer to the mic? I want people to hear your story.
Is that better?
Perfect.
That better?
Voice America, the Voice America fans love you, Dante, because I keep forgetting this on radio.
No, I should have set up a mic. Regardless, no, the 80s were pretty much my DS. I was young, and we toured, and I wore makeup, and it was pretty fun.
You were in a hair band?
Yeah. You call it that.
Where's the pictures?
Well, they're not available right now, but I could certainly get some to your website, so make you chuckle.
Oh yeah, post them and tag us.
Yeah, actually, it was pretty funny because I ran into Martha Quinn of MTV at a party, and she goes, "I remember you. I remember your hair."
Yeah, when you said 80s, I was like, no kidding, because your hair, you're still,
it's not going to change, Dante, ever.
Suave. Hey, I like it. You remind me of a good time.
Well, thank you.
A good time in history, I mean.
All my friends that are my age, they've lost all their hair, and so there's no way I'm cutting it.
That's awesome.
Well, Jimmy, I want to be the first to say that iLaunch eZWay wants your cartoon project. So when it's done, let us know. We'll air it.
I would love you to. It should be done within a fortnight, and I've got
fortnight.
Fortnight is 2 weeks. It's English. I lived in England, so I've got some weird things to say. Anyway, I would love to, Eric. We'll talk further about that off the air. But
yes, sir. Well, I thought we were going to talk on the air. That's the fun part. We're trying to make the show interesting.
Not much to talk about. I've got the theme song for it. I've got the cartoon's almost done, and I will send it directly to you.
And you still got to draw us in there,
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Hey, Jimmy, go ahead.
Well, did you ever see The Tick?
Yes.
Remember when they did a full action, real people doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what we're doing.
Yes.
There it is.
Dante, you were the finagler. No, Dante.
No,
I'm the finagler.
Yes, the finagler.
Eric is the finagler.
I even have to finagle with him for everything.
That just
we
means
finagle all day.
All that means is I'm a genius in negotiation, and I don't lose when it comes to closing. So I'm loving it. It's a compliment.
So Eric, his AKA is Dr. Finn Egler.
Oh, he's gonna love being called
I love it, Dr. Finn.
Good answer. Good answer. Our survey says.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Say, Jimmy, how much do you love your Tyler's coffee?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? It's delicious.
It's amazing.
Acid free. It's
So
perfect.
I want to know, Jimmy, what is your biggest project you ever did, or what's
That was my question. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. I had a whole flow ready, but I'm serious.
I'm stealing your whole show today, Eric. I'm coming like no other.
My question was
taking everything off your brain.
What's your most accomplished project? It's the same thing. All right, go ahead. Answer it, Jimmy.
Before Glee came out, I wrote all the music for a musical called Graduation.
Oh, nice.
And it was performed, sold out audience 4 nights in a row, and still high schools are putting it on around the country.
Awesome. You wrote it, or you wrote all the music?
All the music and all the lyrics for the music.
So are you actually a composer? Do you
Yes.
play the instruments?
Dante, that's what I am. I mean, I still perform with a great band called #Horizons. My cohort in crime with that band is Brady Piercy, awesome guy. But as far as doing big shows, I own a company called Sound Advice, and it keeps me, I do sound for everybody from a little home theater to somebody for a complete control system in an auditorium. And that keeps me really busy. But I've written over 4,000 songs.
Wow. You write songs for women too? I'm thinking about making my comeback.
I wrote a beautiful song called Strong, and I just sent it off to academia, and I'll send it to you, but it's about women.
Awesome. I love that. That would be so good for Grace Women's Conference.
I think it would, and I will send it directly to you with the lyrics, but it's a real, I had one person, she's going through some horrible times, and she pinged me on Facebook and said, look, this song gets me through every day of my life.
Wow.
So
that's what it's all about. That's the kind of music we want to put out there. You know, we were just listening to the music on the radio the other day, and it was so bad I was cringing. And then Eric, actually, I was kind of like praying that he would say something, because, you know, I was like cringing to every word, like trying to dance. And he goes, this girl is so horrible. I don't know what she's saying, but can we listen to something else?
Absolutely.
And so I go, Alexa, can you play Christian rap? I was just being silly. And the music was amazing. And I was like, wow, you don't even need all those cuss words. And there was no negative feelings in it.
There's honestly no comparison. Awesome. There's no comparison whatsoever between, you know, Christian rap and then like the mainstream and stuff. It's like so much better.
I want to say they're better because they don't have to use smut to push their music. It was like out of this world.
And you know, I noticed that I felt my soul felt cleaner,
lighter.
Everything else, lighter. Lighter is the perfect word.
Yeah, and I didn't like, even as a girl, I felt challenged with the old, you know, like goody music, because you really couldn't dance to it unless you're like, nah. But this was so good, like it didn't bring the sexual thing, but he still could like really dance and
Dante doesn't know this, but I was filming her when she was getting down to the Christian rap, so I'll post that later.
Love that.
I hope not.
Well, I tell you, you know, I'm old school because when I grew up, my 2 favorite singers in the world were Frank Sinatra.
Oh, I love him.
And Paul Stanley of Kiss.
Oh, what a contrast.
To this day, those are still my 2 favorite singers.
Imagine if you did a song with like both of those genres together. You know, I'm so into that. Like, I was in the end of my music career, I was just experimenting with metal and rap and trying to fuse them together where I could like dance and headbang.
So Jimmy, I want to make sure we get our time good on this, and we get to the point that a lot of people like. There's been some questions and stuff, and I want to get the educational side of music. You've been in music for a long time. What do you not do in music to be successful? In your opinion?
What do you not do? You don't sell your soul.
Ooh.
Bingo. Yes.
How does someone sell their soul, by the way?
Oh, they copy somebody else exactly. The producer says, I want you to be exactly like Christina Aguilera, whoever. I want you to do this. You'll get one song and then you're thrown off to the wayside. That's not music. That's a
you become like a soulless vessel.
Well, you're being a parakeet or a parrot. You're just repeating someone else. true music comes from the soul. And like I've always said, there's only two types of music, good and shit. And if you listen
I like that.
across any decade, there's good music and shit. And the good
A lot of the latter happening these days.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean,
can you give us some examples of good, Jimmy? I mean, we're in your music studio right now. I want to hear something, man. I want to hear some of your stuff. Can you play any of your music, or do you have any instruments? Or
okay, so I'm going to give you an idea of this song's called "If I." What do I got? I got Hold the Key. Here's a good one.
Wow, that's a lot of music on that.
And tell us what you're doing on that song. Are you singing on it? Are you playing any instruments? Like, what is your part in it?
I'm doing everything.
All right, cool. So we can listen for that.
So I'm going to go to. Let me see.
Exclusive, guys, here on Easy Talk Live, Voice America, iLaunch, eZWay.tv.
I want to play this for Dante. It's called Strong.
Yeah, you read my mind. This Tyler's coffee is making my third eye power so strong. Like, I'm just thinking what I want, and you guys are just
doing. Tyler's coffee. All right, let's be quiet. Let's listen to this. Come on, Dante, you gotta bust your moves.
This is a song for Grace Women's Conference.
Nice. Skills.
Start singing. Words?
Right now.
Oh.
I am strong. I am invincible. I am courageous.
Oh, heck yeah.
I am fearless. Too extreme. Some may say dangerous. I have hope. I have dreams. I have nights. I have passion. I am aware within the night. I'm strong. I'm worthy. No darkness from despair keeps out the madness.
Skills.
It's knowing the time of day, we're knowing together fair, all the shades of gray. We have to stand the strides, we're to fight the fights, when one has
It's got that late 70s sound to it. I love it.
Yep.
You knowing what you be, knowing what you see, and 1, 2, 3. I know it's right from wrong. I know just where I belong. I know that it's secure. I know that it's all real. I am strong. I am strong, I am invincible, I am courageous, I am fearless, too extreme, some may say dangerous.
That's my song.
All right, Jimmy. So let's get back. This is skills, man. You got some skills for sure.
I could totally see like a strong, female singing on that song. They have the right vocal range. I'm strong.
Jimmy, that you got skills, man. I am strong.
Jams.
I can totally see that in so many different soundtracks or just kind of just relaxing.
Let me sing that song. That's in my vocal range right there.
I was gonna say
that's totally my vocal range. That like low,
every
kind
lyric
of
in that song is positive and about how women don't need to hold back. They just, they have power. You guys have power, Dante.
Woo, woman power. Woo, woo. That's what I'm trying to tell Eric right now.
So, Jimmy, just so you know, I did just add you on my main page on Facebook. So we're friends on both accounts, and I just sent you the link if you want to push that out to your fans. It says we're live and direct with Jimmy Shandy. That was awesome. That's called Strong.
Yes. Yes.
Is it weird being a songwriter when you write for like other genres and you have to, you know, sing the song for the girl? Because I would crack up when my guy songwriters would send me songs and they're like, "That's how you can tell I am not your average chick," and I'm just like in tears, like trying to sing over the song, and I'm like, "Oh, this is so funny. I want to leave him in there."
I write everything, Dante, from big band, country, swing, rock, pop. I've got R&B. I've written really beautiful songs. So.
We've got to get you involved with eZWay Music. Are you signed?
Are you kidding me? Well,
we've already been talking about that, D. Trust me.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
I would love to join the ranks of you guys. You guys rock.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. So Jimmy, give us some stories, man. Give us some behind the scenes stories with some stars, or some awesome stories that can pop into your head on what's happened in your life, and let's really get to know you. And I mean, you've done so much. You've done so many projects. Any stories sticking on your head that maybe you haven't shared with anybody else that we can get exclusive on?
Well, actually, I've got many. But when I was a kid, on my walls was like Kiss and Batman and Star Trek. And then to meet the characters and have dinner with like Shatner, and I got drunk with Adam West, who was the first Batman. And then had dinner with Paul Stanley. I mean, it's just my life has come to such almost surrealism, whereas all these were heroes of mine as a child, and all of a sudden they're in my life. And the story of Batman was years ago, they had Comic-Cons, which weren't very popular. Maybe 5,000 people show up. As you know, like now 500,000 show up. Mm-hmm. And Burt Ward was signing with Adam West. And a couple other, Julie Newmar and Yvonne Craig. And after I got all my signatures, talked to everybody, Adam stood up and he kept saying Shandy. He loved my name Shandy for some reason. I go, "Where are you going, Adam?" He goes, "To the bar. You want to go with me?" I go, "Sure." So we went and had a bunch of scotches at the bar. So that was like, wow, I'm hanging with Batman getting drunk. This is awesome. So that's my favorite stories.
What would they say? Holy something, Robin, or something like that?
Oh, well,
holy schmoly, Batman.
Yeah, Robin always say like holy whatever. That was his gig, and I adore Burt Ward. He's a really great guy, and he's a friend of yours too. Yeah,
I love Burt. Burt and his wife are awesome. In fact, I'm looking up the holies, the Batman and Robin holy phrases. So Jimmy, what drew you down music?
Holy Toledo, Batman.
Give us the reason why you went down the lane of music.
I'll tell you why. I was very young, and I always played guitar since I was like 5, piano since I was 6. And I had really good grades, and I wanted to be an Air Force pilot. So I studied to be an Air Force. I went to, it was called CAP. It was like a preparatory to go to the Air Force Academy, I guess. You would go to the airfields. Long story short, I was always straight A's. And because I had a great memory, I could remember all the answers and then the next day write them down. And so I was all prepared to go to the Air Force Academy. And then I met 2 people that became my godparents at the Church of England in San Mateo that took me to England for 2 years. And they took me to my first concert, which was the Electric Light Orchestra at the Hammersmith Odeon. When that saucer came down, they started playing the music. I'm like, I want to be a rock star.
Yes. Did you see me? Like,
over.
Yes.
It was over. And so I get back after 2 years. My hair's grown longer, and my dad he was done.
Jimmy, I keep that thought, but I want to show Dante's superpowers. This is so cool. If you guys are watching right now,
I'm ready.
Dante, grab that bottle and take a drink of water again.
You see how awesome I am? Like I'm a metaphysician, and look at this metaphysics going on.
Look at the superpowers. See, one thing you need to learn about green screen, Dante, don't wear it. Don't hold it. Don't hold anything.
Watch out, Storm.
But look, it's only when I have my water. See how powerful it is?
I'm surprised that shirt is working, actually. Okay, so go ahead.
Because I'm Dante, that's why.
Jimmy.
So I get back from England. I tell my dad I want to be a rock star, and that was it between our relationship. So the first video we had was
He wasn't
pretty,
cool with that?
huh?
He wasn't
No.
cool with that, huh? Long hair and makeup?
Yeah, well, he pushed me out of the house at that point.
Oh.
But I remember our first video, and it was really popular, and we had the makeup, and we were doing pretty well. And I showed it to him, and he says, you look like a bunch of effing girls. I'm like, thanks, Dad.
What type of parent tells their kids that?
That's why I loved your dad so much, Eric. I'm like, I don't know if it's envy.
That's why everybody loves Eric's dad so much.
I don't understand a parent that doesn't support their kid. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Exactly.
Seeing you two in action was it brought a tear to my eye because I'm like, why didn't my dad help me? And then years later, I found my dad used to play for the Jimmy Dorsey band, drums. Big band, but he didn't want to tell me about all that.
And you know what? My mom did the same thing with me with track. She'd never come to my event. Sorry, Mom, I'm burning you out right now.
Yeah.
And then one day somebody blurts out that she just walked into the state championship and like ran and beat everybody. And I was like, she was a runner? Like sometimes parents don't want their kids to follow in their same footsteps because of the heartache they experience. So they think that like pushing them away would help them, but really it's like if you're a kid and you feel like my brother, he wanted to play the drums and my mom told him no, and like to this day that bugs the crap out of him. She made him play the saxophone instead. And and I was like, if you would have just let him play the drums, he would have felt like his inner guidance system, what it was telling him was correct. He may not become the biggest drummer or whatever, but you got to let kids and people do what they feel is right for them, because it's like whatever it is you feel you have to do, you just got to get it out. And then who knows, maybe you won't even want to do it, but when someone tells you no, kind of makes you stick to it more.
No, we all got to run and fall and scrape our knees.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Walk through the mud puddles.
Yeah, exactly. But to stomp on people's dreams or smother them, stupid. It's stupid.
I think, there's just a generation where, if you think about, your parents' generation, which, gosh, like the difference between their generation and your generation, and then one generation before that, the grandparents they're dealing with, it's changed so rapidly. I think that, it has something to do with it. Anyway, we're off topic, but I think that's such a good point, because I totally love that about Eric's dad, that he just supports him.
Oh, he's awesome.
Thank you, Dante. So what about a lot of people think with music, music is a gateway, is a portal to subconscious things that the industry will try to talk about or come across with, or what's your opinions on those conspiracies and stuff about music and what they try to do and what they try to put in music?
Great question.
Are you talking like subliminal messages? Is that what you're talking about?
Subliminal, and how they supposedly like pray over the music, like with satanic prayers and all that crazy stuff. I think the masters.
I think most of it's crap. I think some of it was done in the 70s to sell records. But I've experienced subliminal messages, and they don't do anything to me. So not saying that it doesn't affect anyone.
We're losing signal. What's going on? We still on air? We good?
You're stuck with your mouth open there, Jimmy.
I think he's losing signal. But you know what? We're gonna bring in one of our. We're gonna keep Jimmy, and when he comes back, but we're gonna bring in one of our other guests, guys. I told you that there's a big concert coming up with Vanilla Ice.
Your Wi-Fi's going out.
And so yeah, well, his wife he'll come back. So there's a big concert coming up. There he is. Hey, Jimmy. So there's a big concert coming up, and we're speaking about music. We're talking about conspiracy stuff, and we're gonna get off of that now and go to this big concert with Vanilla Ice and Digital Underground. There's a big cause coming up, and I promised I'd get him on air for a little bit to make sure that we support that cause. So guys, and Jimmy, stay with us, because I want you to support this too if you can.
Absolutely.
We're definitely come back to you. So guys, we're gonna bring on Kathleen Williams, who's doing a big event that's coming up this next weekend, I believe it is, with Vanilla Ice.
Sorry about that.
There she is. No problem, Kathleen. Welcome to the show, Easy Talk Live. You're live on YouTube and Facebook and all the goodies and TV.
Hey, Kathleen.
Hi, it's nice to meet you guys.
Hey, Kathleen, can you turn your camera this way?
Sorry.
Yay. Okay, I was let it work.
Now we can put you on TV.
Okay. Sorry.
So Kathleen, we have a pretty much a music legend expert. I mean, I'm sure you've been listening to the show a little bit. Jimmy Shandy's been in a lot of situations with music. Very big people. He's working on a comic, like a cartoon right now, and so I'm glad you guys get a chance to meet one another. So tell us about this concert coming up with Vanilla Ice and Digital Underground and what the cause is.
Okay, so in 2006, I had a little boy who was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which in layman's terms just means he was born with half a heart. His name's Caleb. He went through 50 surgeries, 10 open hearts. Kind of. Oh wait, did?
No, you're good.
Can you see me? Okay. He went through a lot, and so when I had him, I didn't realize how many sick kids there were in this world. So then Caleb brought that attention to me. So I started an organization called Baby So Special. I help out families that have disabled children with gas cards, food cards, lodging, whatever they need during that journey. Also, we help with final expenses when a child passes away, because, if your child's been chronically ill for a long time, the last thing you have is money to really, lay your baby to rest. So, Caleb, 50 surgeries, 10 open hearts, and 2 years ago, I lost him. So,
I'm so sorry.
So, but I started Baby So Special, and when Caleb was alive, I actually built a virtual classroom for him so that he could Skype back and forth to school, so that he could be at home safe, away from the germs, but also be able to attend school. So, this concert came about because I met an artist. I was telling her about Caleb. I worked for IHSS for the whole time taking care of Caleb. Well, after he passed away, I applied for unemployment, found that there was a loophole in the law that if you take care of your child or spouse, you're excluded. So I was devastated. And so I just started reaching out to people. They're actually writing a Caleb's Law in the federal government right now to fix that.
Wonderful.
Yes. And I wrote a book, The 9-Year Miracle, about Caleb and our journey together. And this concert is really going to help bridge the gap between the special needs community and the healthy community, because I'm Skyping in 8 chronically ill people from across the world, not just our nation, to show, and that's going to help bridge the gap. So for those chronically ill people who are stuck in their home, they're going to actually be able to attend our concert through Skype. But then us as healthy individuals will actually be able to take a look at them and realize that this community needs to be cradled. It's tough. And I met Caleb, got to go on his Make-A-Wish trip when he was alive. And so I actually got the honor of meeting Frank Shankowitz, who is the creator and founder of Make-A-Wish, and he's coming to the concert.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So I reached out to Sergio. Actually, I just put it on Facebook. I wanted to do a concert and, just let people see and kind of, just bridge that gap and bring a voice to such a voiceless community. So I reached out. Sergio was like, yep, let's do it. And we just started putting it together. The arena holds 10,000 people. We want to pack it out. We want to bring as much awareness to this community as a whole, because see, my organization, your child's ailment doesn't predicate on my help for you. If you need a gas card, you need a food card, you need lodging because the Ronald McDonald House is full, that's what we help with. We want to make sure that this journey, we can take some of those just pressures that most of the time as a healthy person, we don't really think about, but this is life or death for them. So, I started this organization and I mean, Caleb, he was on Skype's Facebook page. Just so many different things happened during his life. He had an amazing life.
So I'm playing your promo here as you're talking. So the visual people that are watching your promo on this big concert coming up, and I love your cause. I love your cause. And you mentioned Frank Shankowitz. He's actually a very close friend of mine. We honored him in 2017 with the eZWay Cares Award, and we're a big part of Flex for Change and all the things we did with Andrew and everything they're doing with the film. And it's awesome to hear that he's involved, and it doesn't surprise me one bit. I mean, he's a saint, and so this looks pretty exciting. And so, how do people get tickets? How do people get involved?
They can go to hold on, I just highdesertfreestyle.com, and they'll be able to purchase tickets right there. And we're asking people, if you can't go but you want to donate to Baby So Special, maybe you could purchase some tickets and maybe let a special needs family be able to come out and enjoy our concert, because they live on a very fixed income. And so I don't want to cry, but I've watched a lot, I've seen a lot. When I got the chance to go to Washington, D.C. and meet the Treasurer of the United States, I met the Prince of Ghana. I was in Congressman Scalise's office. Like, I'm on a mission to help revamp this community. I think that these kids are hidden heroes, and they're quiet, and they don't get the light shined on them very often unless some big movie star or somebody really brings them out into the open. Well, I want to have red carpet events for them. I mean, I want to, my son, not only did he have to live life, he had to live life with half a heart. And, I watched a lot of miracles happen in his life, but the one miracle that I was glad that I got to see was his transition into heaven, because he was free.
Well, shout out to Olivia for introducing you to me. And,
oh, yes, I love her to death.
I'm glad that we could help you with giving you some added awareness on the show, and hopefully our eZWay fam gets involved, and anybody that's watching. I mean, our show reaches 500 million people and 164 countries. So
wow.
Is your name Christine? I'm sorry.
No, it's Kathleen.
Kathleen. I'm sorry. Just says C. Williams here. I'm lost. I'm like, what's her name? Kathleen, I just, my heart goes out to you. My father died of cancer when I was 4 years old, and it's my big why. And so, I went into the entertainment business at a very young age, but because that happened to me, I started researching everything about cancer, and I was like, I feel like I came to defeat this disease, and I didn't want to follow in my father's footsteps. And I just want to say to you, because it's just what I'm feeling sort of, is that your son was an angel that came to this earth to bless you with an amazing experience and to bless this community with a voice. I just got goosebumps everywhere when I said that, by the way. But the other thing I want to tell you, and I don't know how I can help, but I would love to help in any way I can. And I have a few ways to do that with our World Prosperity Network, that we could give some of our proceeds towards your cause. But also, I'm a metaphysician, and what I do is I help reverse terminal genetic disease, and I've had amazing success with that. So, obviously I couldn't do it on a one-on-one basis, but maybe we could find a way to do some kind of a show or a broadcast or something to do some of that, metaphysical healing, because I've seen amazing things all the way, from Africa, Canada, just doing it over Facebook and helping people heal, because it's really about the family healing and the community.
That part.
That child actually comes to this earth sick to bring attention to something. They're actually a hero. They bring an attention to something so that something can be done about it. So I would love to help in any way I can.
And I forgot to tell you, I teamed up with this guy named Edward. He has a shoe. It's called So Give. And what it is, it's changing the world through a shoe. And we just launched a Baby So Special awareness shoe. And when you purchase a pair of shoes, we in turn are going to give shoes to people who don't have shoes. I've already got permission to give them away in Mexico. I got permission to give them away in Ghana, because like I said, I'm friends with the Prince of the Ashanti Kingdom. And, the more shoes we sell, the more families we can get. What we don't realize in the United States, in other third world countries, they have parasites in their dirt. And these little kids are walking around, and those parasites get into their feet.
Their feet, they're right into the nervous system.
And then they can't even go to the doctor to get help because they don't have money.
Well, we're going to do everything we can to support you.
We definitely want to help.
We'll do a blog post, and I got a lot of information. I'll get my team to put a blog post. So whatever we can to support. I wish.
What a blessing you are. I love your heart for children. Thank you.
I wish we had more time. We have
as long as I have breath.
We have to get back to our guests. So we are going to put this out for you. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
All right.
Tell everybody what website they can go to. Is it babysospecial.com?
.org.
.org. Okay, perfect.
Yes, .org. Babysospecial.org. And we're on Facebook.
I tried to actually show the website on air, and it just wasn't working, so you might want to check that. But I did show your fans page. I showed your Facebook page.
Okay, yeah. That's weird. Babysospecial.org.
Well, let's try it one more time, because I definitely want to support you guys. I definitely want to push it out there. But I was trying not to show your phone number when I was clicking. Okay,
it's on the website, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, Baby So Special.
It's BABIES.org.
I know how to spell it. I think I do. Babysospecial.org. There it is.
Yeah, some people put YS. I don't know why, but
okay. What happened is whatever link that you guys sent us.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, there we go. So there it is, guys. Babysospecial.org. Go check it out.
Go check. Click on Caleb's page. I just want you guys to see him real quick. his little face.
Aww.
My dude. Look at him. He
Wow.
endured so much, but you know what the crazy thing is he smiled through it all.
Wow.
Even in the end.
Well, I'm gonna contact a couple of people and show them your website. This is amazing. I'm so.
She should be in the Grace Women's Conference.
Yeah, no, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk off air. But thank you so much for coming on.
All right, thank you guys so much. Love you guys, and I feel very honored and privileged that you allowed me to come on your show. I love Livia, and I love you guys.
We're honored and privileged to have you. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Bye.
All right, so Jimmy, what do you think about that? What do you? I mean, doesn't that just touch your heartstrings? I mean, don't you want to do a theme song or a song about that or something? Like I saw you in the back, fiddling with your music and stuff, and I don't know if you were like, what were you doing back there?
Well, no,
get closer to the microphone, man. Get closer to the microphone.
No, I've worked with kids my whole life. I actually put out a child's album. Original kids music. It's called Lisa Pete's and the Earworms, and it's like this is the cover.
Oh wow!
And there's songs like The Education Express, Put Your Thinking Cap On, Big when the kids want to be big, and there's one called Hey There Poopy Pants that teaches the kids how to go to the bathroom.
Hey there, poopy pants.
And it's all hip stuff. It's all 2 minutes, but my cohort Lisa, she works with kids and she's always playing it for them, and we're going to do the video for Hey Poopy Pants very shortly. So
wow.
That's so when you talk about kids, it's like they're always close to my heart.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the kids.
It reminds me of that song "Picking Boogers" by Biz Markie.
Picking boogers? I've never heard of that one.
You never heard it? It's horrible. He's like, "Hey mom, what's for dinner? Go up your nose and pick a winner." Picking boogers.
What the hell?
Picking boogers.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
No, your beatboxing was horrible, but that's horrible too.
I can beatbox. And
Post your
gotta
comments.
wait
guys.
on you to beatbox. You know, you got to be like heavy. So you like.
No, okay, I'm not going to start. But all right, so Jimmy, you know, you were telling us your story earlier, and it was really interesting, but I want to get into a little bit of the educational side of things. You know, I mean, so many people are starting a record label. Let's say some people are watching and they want to be successful in music. And do you know anything about the record label business, or is it mainly like composing? Like, what would you say you're like the main expert in music? Like, what's your best field, your best category?
Well, creation, production, working with others to produce their music, working on people's vocals.
Okay, what do you not do in producing? When you're producing something, what's the no-no?
So you're an engineer as well? So.
Yeah, I do everything.
Mm-hmm.
I do everything. The only thing I don't do is play drums. So I always have these monster drums.
Hey, Jimmy, can you play drums for us?
I suck at it.
I have a question. You know how like Prince, he played so many different instruments?
Sure did.
Is that common amongst people? Like when you play one instrument, it's easy to play another, or is it kind of like he was a genius?
He was a monster. He was incredible.
He was like, I play them all. Give me even the guitar, I'll do that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just strings and keyboards. What I do, but I'll do anything strings or keyboards. But so guitar, 12-string, bass. But I remember seeing something after he passed on, of the day before he passed on, and they went into his vault, and he had like all these master tapes in his vault.
Right, that weren't even released, right?
No.
Cool.
But I've got a vault, but not nearly as his. Because
right.
I've written about 4,000 songs, and a lot of them are on cassette from the old days, and then master tapes. But about 700 are in the computer right now that I've written over the last 5 years.
Have you ever sold a song to a major artist?
No, that's what I'm in the process of doing.
Awesome.
I just won second year in a row at Academia Music Awards down in LA. That's why I was down there. And then my friend Catherine Govan Pacino invited me to go along to your premiere, and I'm so glad she did.
So Jimmy, we're playing an anime that we have on eZWay.tv right now, and I want you to hear the composing. I want you to hear the background on it,
okay.
and give us your opinion. Can you guys hear that?
No.
Oh no, never mind. It's not hooked up to Voice America. Keep forgetting. Okay, well, anyway, next time we'll do something and we'll set it up to where we can get your opinion. But guys, this is eZWay TV, by the way. Make sure you go to eZWay.tv and watch. We have animations, we have films, we have TV shows, we have red carpets. I mean, the channel is really rocking, as you can see.
Absolutely.
So, Jimmy, you've been a great guest, and I want to give you a chance to promote yourself once again, or any of your projects, because we have about 10 more minutes left, and we have a couple sponsors we have to promote. And I want to definitely work with you with eZWay TV and with these causes and these things, and that anime sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and who's your dream artist you want to work with?
Probably Dante Sears.
Hey, all right, man. Tyler's coffee is amazing. I'm just putting ideas out there. I was like, say Dante.
So I want this to be their witness, guys. Because of Tyler's coffee, Dante Sears is about to get a major music deal. I'm just saying. All right, so drink Tyler's coffee and use the promo code eZWay for 20% off Tyler's coffee. So Jimmy, we're gonna have some fun, man. This has been a blast. You're a blast. Appreciate you coming on.
We're gonna make a hip hop heavy metal song.
I do want to mention to you, Eric, that big kudos to you, ENC Glover, and I'm putting the music on his new I Ching Lawyers TV series, and I know you work with him.
Yes, sir.
He's quite a talent. So
small world. Well, yeah. Shout out to ENC Glover, Glover's Own Deal Pictures, Saskia Van Buren. They're awesome. They've been producers and associate producers with eZWay TV for quite some time. So definitely shout outs to them. And I know James Fargo works in conjunction with them as well. So they're moving. When I met them, they were nowhere near where they are now. So I'm so glad to see the come up and the blessings that they're getting.
Also, Eric, I just sent Jim Fargo some music because he had mentioned at the show that he might need music on the next album. I mean, the next movies. And he sent me back. He really likes what he's heard. So maybe I'll be working with him.
I was thinking maybe we should also hook him up with Jeffrey, Advantage Video Systems. He's got, what is it called?
Advantage Video Systems. And he has, there's tons of people we're going to hook you up with, man. We're going to do it the easy way. We're going to talk, Jimmy. You're awesome. We got about 3 more minutes, so I got to get to the sponsors, brother. But thank you so much for coming on.
I thank you so much. And Dante, I thank you so much. And I can't wait. And I will send you guys a couple songs, and I can't wait to talk to you guys.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So before we go, as you're watching, we're going to be showing you guys one of our other sponsors. This is called Boomer's Products, Boomer Boost.
Will we take this right now, Eric? Will we become babies? Will we just become the baby part of the boomers? Because we're not boomers, but look at this. Increase your energy, improve mental clarity, relieve your pain, increase your strength and endurance, regain your youthful vitality. And it says, once again, participate in your favorite activities. And on the website, there's a guy at 72 years old, and then it shows him at like 84 climbing rocks and looking better than he did at 50 years old. And I'm like, I want to look, 18.
go to boomerboost.com and you'll be in. It's incredible before and after story. But you see that there's a bunch of supplements and there's and they're not like hard to take supplements, but the testimonials and what happens with this company is incredible. My dad started taking it. I saw different energy. I saw things happen with them.
Look at this, supports bone and immune health. I want to get this for my mom. I think everyone should get this for their parent. There's a testimonial on his website about a woman at 100 years old getting out of her hospital bed and hiking and like climbing and stuff now. And I'm going, are you kidding me? That's crazy.
It is
defining age.
So guys, this has been a real fun show, but we're being told to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed another fun episode of Easy Talk Live on eZWay.tv, iLaunch Global, Voice America, and shout outs to NLCP Coaching as well. NLCP Coaching, go check out their app, their website. We're working on it right now, and all of our eZWay members, all of our eZWay business members, all of our eZWay fam. We love you guys so much. And if you want to be on the show, contact us at eZWayTV@gmail.com. We're gonna keep it simple, eZWayTV@gmail.com. And if you have the urge and the drive to do your own show or learn keep following, subscribe to our show, because we're just trying to digitally get you the chance
because I'm the program director.
Handshake. Oh yeah, good. But let's definitely congratulate Dante on becoming the program director for iLaunch eZWay, and COO as an independent contractor with eZWay Network. And so we're making some major moves happen, and we have a lot of abilities, a great team, as you guys see. So this has been a really great show, a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I hope you guys did too. And Dante, go ahead and close it out for us.
All right, Eric. So I want to thank everyone for joining us here on Easy Talk Live. Why are you making that face? It's been a great show. Eric Zuley, Dr. Dante Sears. And make sure you hit us up if you want to have your own show, or if you'd like to get interviewed right here on Easy Talk Live.
Yep,
now on YouTube.
Or a commercial, or pretty much anything that's in the industry, entertainment industry, business industry. You want to speak, whatever. But we love our eZWay fam, and you guys make us everything that we are. So thank you so much. Please share the broadcast, win some points, get some free marketing. All right, engineer.
Don't forget to get eZWay coin and prosperity coin at eZWayPay.com. We're helping communities, and we're helping you make more money with your business.
Okay, I want to keep promoting, engineer. Come on, okay, no, he's about to shut us down. All right, bye guys. Easy Talk Live, Voice America, iLaunch, eZWay.com. Check out the new networks and TV and all the fun stuff we're doing. God is good.